Good morning, happy Monday, happy November. Here we are on November 2nd. Yesterday we had the Feast of All Saints. Today we have the Feast of All Souls. In our Catholic tradition, those go right together. So building on Father Hans's homily yesterday about secret saints, or about ordinary people who are or who have lived sanctity, holiness, in a profound way and have touched our lives and inspired us. I have two little testimonies to share with you. Two people who've had huge influence on my life, neither of whom are canonized. One is still alive, one has since died. These two both, by their lives, by their testimonies, by just the example of the way they lived, have inspired me immensely, and definitely have shaped my life as well. So the first one is a woman named Patricia, who was active in the first parish I pastored in down in Eugene. Actually, I was a parochial vicar at that time, newly ordained. She was a young woman at the time. I'm guessing she was in her 40s or something like that. She had had some serious health problems before that had shaped her whole life, had a profound spirituality, married woman with 3 or 4 grown kids, as I recall. And she had not a counseling practice, but she was just really alert for pastoral care for people in the parish who were struggling, and in my case, for a young priest. And we met regularly she had I remember a very dark, it was like a family room fireplace, and she wasn't real well, so she wasn't really active, but she was able to help me walk through those early years as priesthood with all of the change that went into that, helped me with pastoral care for individuals who were struggling, walked with me through some of my personal challenges as I was adapting to what it meant to be a priest, challenges in the parish, hugely helpful for me. A woman of deep prayer, of deep sensitivity and deep compassion. Simple, ordinary, very saintly. The second one is a priest who since died, Holy Cross priest, Father Charles Harris, Charlie Harris we called him. I met him in the early days of the Charismatic Renewal back in, it must have been in the 70s for sure. And he was kind of a grandfather figure at the time, though he was probably my age as I realize now. But he always spoke with a kind of wisdom and experience. He'd been very active at Notre Dame and then moved out and was living in a little farmhouse in Philomath outside of Corvallis, in the midst of a community of people, the people of praise, the same ones we're hearing about in the news right now. But his lifestyle was appealing to me. The purity and the clarity of his faith witness impacted me just a great deal. He was my spiritual director for about 5 years. I took a couple of self-directed classes from him when I was in the seminary, along with one of my classmates. And he just had so many things about him that were warm, that were inviting, and that were just attractive. He lived a very simple life in this old farmhouse. He had cats, which of course, as you know, I enjoy very much. He had a big garden. But his service to God's people was just absolutely, to me, it was profound. It was clear, it was sacrificial, it was focused, and it was so helpful, so fruitful in my life, but in so many people's lives. And those of us who knew him continue to talk about the impact that he's had on us. My brother Don, Father Don, lived with him for, I believe, a full year. I made my priesthood retreat with him. We both had just really powerful experiences with him and are so grateful. So 2 secret saints for you, people who were hugely influential in my life. And as we walk through November and we remember those who've touched our lives and who have gone on now to heaven, I invite you to think too about the secret saints in your life, the people who've influenced you the most. Pray for them and continue to ask them to pray for us, for you as well. They're a part of this communion of saints that is actively involved, though invisibly, in our world today. God bless. Have a great day and a great week.